What if I told you the Falcons' entire season just turned on a player most fans barely even know? Because sometimes in the NFL, the biggest moments don't belong to the stars, they belong to the fighters who refuse to disappear. The Falcons walked back into the building after Thanksgiving with full stomachs, tired minds, and a brutal truth staring them in the face. They needed someone to save their receiving room. Drake London was slipping in and out of the lineup, the offense looked thin, and every passing week felt like a test they weren't sure they could pass. And then, out of nowhere, Dylan Drummond's name resurfaced. Not because he was hyped. Not because he had a flashy college resume. But because he earned every inch of respect he got. Drummond fought through a preseason where nothing was guaranteed. 14 catches. 96 yards. Every rep played like it was the last he'd ever get. Coaches noticed. Veterans noticed. Even the quarterback, who barely knew him months ago, saw the fire in him. And when his moment finally came against New Orleans, he didn't blink. 3 catches. 18 hard-earned yards. Nothing historic, nothing glamorous, just proof that he belonged. The Falcons couldn't ignore that. They signed him. They trusted him. Because with London hurt and Mooney shifting outside, somebody had to step into the fire. But with every new opportunity comes a new question. Fans began asking, what happened to Chris Blair? Blair's preseason was electric. 197 yards, 2 touchdowns, a highlight reel waiting to happen. He looked like a player ready to explode the moment he got the call. And yet, the call never came. Maybe the coaches are waiting. Maybe they're protecting him. Maybe they simply aren't ready to shake up the room. But one thing is clear, Blair's story isn't finished. If London's recovery drags, if the offense stalls, if the team needs one more spark, Blair will be there, waiting, hoping, fighting. Right now, though, this chapter belongs to Dylan Drummond, the underdog stepping onto the stage when his team needs him most. The Falcons didn't just make one move. They reshaped the bottom of their roster like a team desperately searching for answers. Because when injuries stack up, when the season grows heavier, and when every game feels like a cliff, you start turning over every stone you can find. That's exactly why Khalid Kareem walked back through the doors of the Falcons facility. For 2 years, he lived on the edge of the roster, never fully safe, never fully gone. He's been released, re-signed, elevated, pushed aside, brought back again. A player who refuses to let the league forget his name. And when he stepped onto the field against New Orleans, he played like a man trying to claw his way into the spotlight. Now he gets another shot. Another week. Another chance to prove he belongs. But the Falcons weren't done. With their receiver room bruised and shaken, they turned to another familiar name, Devin Tompkins. A player with speed, grit, and actual NFL mileage on his legs. 30 career games. Real experience. Real moments. And yes, real plays against the Falcons themselves. He's not a star. He's not a savior. But he's a worker, someone who's been hit, cut, doubted, and still walks back onto the field ready to run another route. And right now, Atlanta needs players exactly like that. 2 receivers elevated. 1 defensive fighter brought back from the edge. 3 men trying to survive in a league that erases you the moment you slow down. Tompkins will likely see the field again. Maybe in the slot, maybe on special teams, maybe for just a handful of snaps. But in a season where every inch matters, even those small roles can swing momentum. And standing beside him, waiting for his own moment, is Dylan Drummond, the preseason warrior who already proved he's willing to bleed for this team. These aren't headline names. They're not jersey sellers. But they are the heartbeat of a roster fighting to stay alive.